So before we get to this video, guys, I want to talk to you about Futtrading.co.uk. I know a lot of you guys already know about Futtrading.co.uk, but for those of you who don't, it's bigger and better than ever. This is a website that was created by myself and Dan, aka V273, where we brought together our knowledge of the market into one place. It's here to help you guys make coins. Essentially, we have free trading guides that anyone can read. You just need to sign up for an account, and you can read these free trading guides on special card trading, silver trading, and icon trading. It will help you, give you the tools you need to make coins in this game. For £10 a month, you get access to our buy and price spreadsheets. These have buy and sell prices for literally hundreds of cards on this market. The last update on this, we had 900 special cards plus on there with buying and selling prices. Every single profitable silver filter on this game is in our silver spreadsheet. A new update went live for that maybe 2 or 3 days ago. People are making huge amounts of coins from that. And yesterday's update from icons had over 100 icons on there. Again, with buying and selling prices to guarantee you make profit. Thursday flips. These are little extra sort of tips you guys can do in terms of buying into players and selling them for weekend league, making big profit from those. And for £15 a month, gets you access to live filters. For essentially what this is some of the best filters on the game that we can find that not many people are using. You guys go out and snipe those players and make absolutely big profit out of it. We have guys making 3 to 5 million coins a week from this website alone, making huge profits. But yeah, so go check it out whatever you do. We work really hard on it. Yesterday we updated it before the team of the seasons came out, and yeah, it was okay. And then we saw that the market come down, so we re-updated it again literally 3 hours later to make sure that our guys who are subscribed to the website are making as much profit as possible. So check out Futtrading.co.uk for all your trading needs. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing down below, clicking the like button, all that good stuff. It's massively appreciated. I say it every video by now. You guys are probably bored of that, but obviously it does help the channel to continue to grow. Make sure you check out last night's video. It was pack opening for TOTS, essentially. We put together loads of those Premier League upgrade packs. We packed 2 Premier League TOTS. Really nice TOTS to get as well. I'm very happy with that. I know a couple of people have commented in the video like, oh, you shout when you do it. Like, you need to calm down. I'm going to be blunt with you guys. I'm never going to calm down when it comes to packing something good. I think once you lose the fun of this game and you start to sort of not enjoy or get excited when you pack something big, for me, then you might as well stop playing the game. But I still get hyped. I enjoy packing good stuff because that's sort of what this game's about. Do not forget, click the link down below, come over to Twitch as always. This is where I do this stuff live. You guys can ask questions, get involved, have a laugh. We have a really good time on Twitch. It's really good fun. So if you want to get involved, click the link down below. And don't forget, as always, check out Futtrading.co.uk for all your trading needs. But this video is going to be really helpful for those of you who have the website. By now, you know about silvers and how effective they are, and the other little trading tips we put on there and all that sort of stuff. But I'm fully aware that not everyone can afford the site. So what I want to do in this video is show you some of the silvers that I bought into last night and explain what I'm going to be doing for the next few days. Now, if you don't yet know the silver filters, you need to go to my Twitch chat and type in !6pm silvers, or just search on my channel and just type in silvers, and you've got stuff like the Ultimate Silver Trading Guide, and it gives you loads of filters. And when I say filters, I'm talking about silver cards, like filters for silver cards essentially. So whether that be Brescia right backs, Brescia centre backs, Dusseldorf right backs, Dusseldorf strikers, all that sort of stuff. It's stuff just to be mindful of so you can start learning the filters. But yesterday we bought some cards, and I sold some last night because they went up enough that I was happy with the profit. I'm still selling some icons off as well, which is nice. I'm going to clear this, but we're going to go and have a look at the silvers in my transfer pile. Now, we're going to ignore the silvers here. They're continuing to go up. They're climbing bit by bit for where I bought them from, but I'm going to just hold on for now. But I want to look at the ones that I bought last night. So, for example, this Bauman I bought last night, we got it's all about being aware of 6 PM content. At 6 PM, we got a pre-election pack. It was the first bit of silver supply. It wasn't a massive bit of silver supply either, but it's the first bit of silver supply we have had really outside the marquee matchup since last Thursday. Again, I've said this before, I believe EA are doing it on purpose to make the League SBC grind just a little bit more difficult, so you can't quite grind the way you are. Flip side of that is they then did release the bronze and silver upgrades, those really cool upgrades that give you the extra silver card and extra bronze card. But if we compare price to them now, obviously I paid 3,000 coins from yesterday. He's now up at 5,000, I think. Yeah, so I've made 2,000 coins profit on him. Now, you guys have seen this before, and obviously there's nothing special in the fact that I do this all the time. I make coins. But this is why I say all the time that silvers, as long as you're buying at the right prices when we get supply, are guaranteed profit. So right now, you guys could be thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to invest in them. I always tell you guys, the minimum you want to do is go get the filters. Literally, all you've got to do is go onto Twitch and type in !6pm silvers. it gives you loads of filters for free, or anyone can use them. Or again, go on the YouTube and type in the silvers into my channel, and you'll get the silver trading guide. So that's not a problem. And as we said before, you're looking for a 40% drop off in the prices before 6 p.m. Now, why am I talking about that right now? Well, like I said to you before, we're getting a lot of supply. Basically, we're getting a lot of we're not getting much supply at all. Sorry, my bad. We're getting no supply at all, none whatsoever. We're getting very little supply, which means that people are more and more desperate to buy them. But when we get a pack, or we get a set of packs, everyone at the moment is opening them up because it's Premier League TOTS at the moment. It's probably the most hype TOTS out of all the TOTS. There's no more hype TOTS in Premier League. They're opening them up, so the market comes down quite considerably in a short space of time and then bounces back very quickly. So, for example, we saw that card there I just bought. Let's have a look at Boy, for example. This Boy here, we paid 700 for yesterday. He's now up at 2,900 coins again. The market bounces back very, very quickly. Really, really quickly, because we get a huge amount of supply and no supply. When I say huge amount of supply, it's not really as much supply as before, but it's big in terms of the fact we've had none. But there's a but to this. Go and do that. Go and do the normal way of trading. But it looks potentially like we could get 2 days in a row now of quite heavy silver supply. So there's a chance tonight that we get UCL marquee matchups or some form of UCL SBC. It looks like UCL marquee matchups. Now, marquee matchups usually has at least 1/2 silver packs as part of awards. So we can see the market come down quite heavily tonight before bouncing back again tomorrow. You want to look for a minimum 40% drop off tonight, because if you don't look for 40% drop off tonight, you've got to try and get them sold before marquee matchups on Thursday and awards on Thursday and stuff like that. So look for quite a hefty drop off, in my opinion. I can't stress that enough. But there's something more important than this for the next 2 days to be thinking about. Now, the hype around the Premier League built and built and built and built and built. So much so that cards that aren't normally very expensive are utterly, utterly insanely expensive now. So, Sentiments to Norwich, I give it, because just over a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, these cards were 2.5, 3k. They're now nearly 8,000 coins. 8,000 coins is probably about where they're at. They're nearly 8,000 coins. They've nearly tripled in price. Their CDMs were a similar sort of price. They're now up at 9 grand. I just bought one and sold one and flipped it straight away. They're at 9,100 right now. They're CDMs. Their centre backs were about 10k, give or take. About 10k, give or take. Let's go to Norwich. They're extinct right now. Sheffield United right wing backs were, I think, as low as 3k last week. They're now extinct. Okay? And the reason why I'm telling you this is because this is, like I said to you in yesterday evening's video, this is twofold. It's not just the case of, okay, cool, well, it's the supply that's led to them doing this price. It isn't. It isn't just the lack of supply. I really can't stress that enough. The reason that the market here is so high is the hype around a new SBC player being Maguire on this sort of league. There was so much hype about Maguire that people were doing it to get it ready and done, and then recycling the league as it ended, if that makes sense. So going, okay, cool, Maguire's come now, bang, I'm going to recycle the league, and that's that done. So there was so much hype about this league, and there always is with Premier League, that the prices rose exponentially. So some of my guys decided what they were going to do was, when I said the market's coming up, a lot of them went in the market matchups on Thursday, they bought in heavily on Premier League and just left them sitting there and did nothing else but play the game and do whatever it is. And I know one of the guys on my Discord made 700,000 coins alone just from Premier League silvers. And so you can make 100k a day easily. Anyone can do that. I mean, you can make even more than that. I always title the videos, how to make 100k, because that's something that is commonly searched on YouTube. And a lot of people are going to put an amount of coins that means you can make 100k from these cards, in my opinion. That's what most people put in. However, if you're like me or you've got a website or anything like that, you know that some people put in 500,000 and make 1 million back. Like, it's just, it depends on what you're putting in. But you can make 100k a day at the moment with silver supply easily by buying into cards. Not just Premier League. Use all the filters that you guys can get from those videos. 100% make sure you're just doing it. Just go and do it and you'll realise just how effective this method is. But what you can also do now is, even if you've got, like, I don't know, let's say you've got 20 spaces in your transfer pile at the moment, like 3 spaces, you're like, right, what do I do with those? Go and buy into some of the leagues we're getting. So it looks, I keep being told something different. Someone told me it's Bundesliga, then Serie A, then La Liga, but I'm the most reliable person I've informed told me it's Serie A that's coming. Now, what I would do is I'd hold off for maybe a day or two. I'd maybe look to probably Thursday marquee matchups. And if you're told that we're getting Serie A, I would buy into those Serie A silvers. So Brescia, Parma, Torino's goalkeeper, Hellas Verona, those sort of teams, I buy into. And I go up to them and I look at them again pre 6 p.m. Let's have a little look now. I look at them pre 6 p.m. and I go, okay, cool. What are their current prices? Now, Brescia right back are usually consistently about 5k. At the moment, they've been about 3.5 to 4k. But last night, they got as low as just under 2k. They're starting to climb now. Last night, these guys got as low as, like, I think 2.5k. So if you'd have bought in at that price, you're already looking at 1,500 coins profit a card before tax. So that's a huge amount of coins for a 2,500 coin investment. I can't stress that enough. But you want to be checking their prices and think, okay, cool. So where are they at the moment? And where they're going to get to. So at the moment, their centre-backs are less than 6k. They'll be about 5 something, yeah, 5.4. Give or take, I'd say about 5.7, 5.8 is what the average I'd average that out as. And you want to think, okay, cool. Now, if you look at Norwich, for example, they've hit extinct at 15k, right? They've hit extinct. Now, do I think Brescia go extinct? Not necessarily. I really don't think Brescia go extinct. But Brescia are known whenever there's a lack of supply and whenever there's a situation, there's a hype on the League SBC. When the refresh happened, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail in a minute, Brescia are known for spiking very quickly, very, very quickly. They tend to go bang, especially their left back. They've only got one real left back, Martella. This guy really goes bang every single time. Every single time that we get a hype around the League SBC for Serie A or anything like that, he starts to rise. And slowly but surely, Serie A's average price is starting to climb. Slowly but surely, it's happening for most of the leagues in this game. Because as people go, right, well, I can't compete Premier League right now because Norwich centre-backs are extinct. They go, okay, cool, let me go and complete, I don't know, Serie A or Bundesliga instead. And then that starts taking them off of the market there. And as people start to think, okay, what's coming this week? When people start to twig onto the fact that Serie A is coming, or La Liga, or Bundesliga, whichever one it is, keep your ears close to the grapevine, I guess. Make sure you look. Dennis Futtrading is, in my opinion, one of the most consistent leakers in this game. He's on Twitter. His name's Dennis Futtrading with one N in his name. He's a really good leaker. Like, I look at his stuff and I'm like, okay, well, that's coming. He's very, 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 very rarely wrong. I can't stress that enough. Look for him. He'll give you an idea of just exactly what is going on as and when it's going on. And you should be able to see quite a good return if you start to buy into these cards. And I cannot stress that enough. But during Winter Refresh, when we got the new League SBC cards, the league that actually did the best out of all of them, by a mile, was Ligue 1. And the reason for that is Ligue 1 doesn't have that many meta cards outside of the obvious Yedda, Mbappe and Neymar. Now, we've got a Di Maria now, which is a bit more relevant. But when the Ligue 1 got their League SBC card, it's a Cyprian card, and suddenly Ligue 1 had a viable centre midfielder option that strong linked into Neymar, strong linked into Mbappe, linked to Neymar, strong linked to Ben Yedda, and he gave everyone that hype. And so since then, that league's had a value, a much higher value than it normally had. The packs in that league aren't that great, and it didn't have a massive value. So as these things come out, you start to see them spike. But this is the one league that I think people do sleep on just a little bit. And the reason for that being, again, when TOTS comes out, we're going to get lots of usable cards. We always do. But if EA drop a ridiculous card in this league, this league still needs a lot of cards in it for it to suddenly become a massively usable single league or to link in. If this league gets a ridiculous SBC card again, a lot of the silvers in this league right now are really not that expensive. I'm looking at Stade Brestois, Stade de Rennes, who else are we looking at? Nîmes, not really Nîmes because you only need 6 for there, but Stade Brestois, Stade de Rennes, Metz and Dijon are the main ones in this league in my opinion. Angers you got as well, and Amiens. Look at those teams. Because I'm not saying to go and buy them right now, but be on the lookout for whether or not we are going to get Ligue 1 and when we're going to get it. Because in my opinion, that's the league that's going to bang. Because they're all sitting quite low at the moment. They're still very profitable, but they're all sitting way lower than they should be sitting, in my opinion. And I just think if you buy in now, if you're willing to be patient on some of these leagues, if each week, for example, on the Thursday you buy in, I don't know, to Serie A, let's say, for example. If you buy in on the Thursday marquee matchups and the market comes down, and the market comes down enough, and you buy in and you hold for a day, 2 days, 3 days until the market rises without silver supply, because it seems to be right now that EA just are not giving us silver supply. If you hold, in my opinion, there's a chance to triple your coins. The way things are going, that's as high as it's getting. Silvers are the only thing that I say confidently are guaranteed profit. The only reason why you won't make profit on silvers is if you don't hold for long enough. Now, at the moment, the hold is literally next day. If we look at my transfer pile, the hold is literally next day. So when you're getting those filters up, just be checking them. That Bauman, for example, just sold. Boy hasn't sold yet, but that's not the end of the world. Let's just flick through a little bit to have a little look at like some more of the guys we bought yesterday. So if we look at, we've got Boy there. Look at Murray, for example. We paid the grand total of 3,000 coins for this guy. He's currently sat now, again, I think about 5k. Yeah, we could probably get about 5k for him. We'll go 5k bang on. Like, that's literally 12 hours work. Like, I bought him yesterday. He's now reflipped for instant profit. If we look at Dosena, We bought him last night for... He's 3,600. His minimum on the market right now is 6,006. We'll sell him Yakaponi if I compare price on him. 1.6 we bought for last night. He's now sat at 3.7, 3.1. So even if I sold at 3,000, I need double my coins on him. And this is what I'm saying. If you haven't got very many coins, why you are not doing this method, I will never understand. I bring up methods consistently on silver method, lads, because it's what I know it's market better than most people in this game. I bring them out consistently because it's an easy guaranteed profit. Tom, thank you for the follow, bro. I appreciate you. It's an easy guaranteed profit. Like the easiest guaranteed profit you are ever likely to see on this game. So make sure you're doing it. But other things to think about for what's coming today, lads. First thing to be mindful of is if we do get UCL marquee matchups or UCL SBC, there's a chance that UCL rares will rise, okay? EA always asks for UCL rares. They tend to... There's not a massive rise in them. Unless EA do what they do sometimes, which is ask for 3 or 4 in one SBC, then they start to spike. But all specific ones. But UCL rares, now... I don't like to preempt what game it's going to be. A lot of people do that, and a lot of people can be right and guess it right, but it is guesswork, and so I don't like doing that. But if you have an inclination as to what you think the games are going to be, then buy into UCL rares from that team. But what you want to be doing is looking for UCL rares at discard price. So you can go to like Premier League or go to Liga and set your filter to like 700, 750, special, and then just look in the Major League. So like, again, I don't know really if there's going to be that many at the moment, because it's literally 9 o'clock in the morning. But if you look at, for example, Serie A, set to special, go to like 750 and see if anything pops. See what the minimum price if it pops was. So you've got like an 850 there on him. I look for rares rather than non-rares, but you can obviously compare price back out and wait for stuff to pop. But they usually tend to go from sort of 800 up to about 1,500, 1,600. However, do not underestimate the power of the Premier League TOTS SBC, because people want to do it. You might see an even bigger rise. You might see EA do more to continue to coin sink people. But if you can buy UCL rares as close to discard price as possible, it's a really good investment for tonight. There's little risk involved in it. There is some risk, obviously, there always is with a lot of trading. But if you can buy them at discard price, you're limiting that risk to a degree. And if the UCL marquee matchups do rise tonight, you should see quite a nice return on it. They do tend to get up. But those are some sort of really easy methods for you right now. But if you are not silver trading by now, I don't know what's going to make you silver trade. I'm showing you the profits every time I do it. Start silver trading. If you're a website sub, I cannot stress it enough, tonight and tomorrow, there's a chance to make a lot of coins here. I know some of you really do invest heavily. I'm going to be investing heavily, trying to get maybe 500,000, million coins profit over a couple of days. But again, looking long term, start to think about the league SBCs that are coming out and how silver prices on them could be affected and how they could rise. Best time to buy in after heavy silver supply. So look towards the marquee matchups today and tomorrow. If we get them today for UCL, that's where I'd start to look into buying in. But that's going to be the end of the video, lads. If you are new around here, please do consider subscribing down below, clicking the like button, all that good stuff. It's massively appreciated. But for now, lads, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.